Hello, hello. All right, so Virgos, let's go ahead and jump on in. Virgos, what do we have? We've got the Fool, got the Four of Wands. Talk about jump on in. This is, I don't know if somebody is either headed toward Virgo after a long journey and they could have a little companion, foxy little companion or a doggy that looks kind of fox like, but they've been moving toward the sunflowers, moving toward happiness against this backdrop of, a dark, kind of ominous looking landscape, but the cosmos have kind of been like guiding them. This is a person who's listening to their intuition to guide them through the dark forest to get to a Four of Wands lifestyle. Now, sure, this could be Virgo, but this is a sudden like leap of faith that somebody is taking for the purpose of a beautiful outcome, a Four of Wands. It also shows us, how many different things can be made out of any one particular product. Like we can look at this dark, scary forest, or we can say, well, that forest is full of amazing trees, and those trees are an incredible, raw material that can be used for so many things. If we're going to use pieces of the tree, we can carve it into walking sticks. We can turn it into something else. But trees on their own are already, assisting us and, providing us oxygen. So there's a lot to be said for all the different ways to look at life. I mean, we can turn it into so many different things. And this is a character who's decided to take this leap of faith and say, I want to take a step forward, to have a better quality life, to have a Four of Wands kind of life. And I want to move towards something. And it's all for the right reason. This is a very confident, oh wow, Three of Swords. This is somebody who has to make a move, because if they don't, it's nothing but a heartbreak. Is this our Virgo, or is this somebody else? This is a character who, they may speak a different language, or by the way, Lebanon is associated with this particular card, just because there's a map in the back, and we see Lebanon is listed. This looks like we're on the inside of a airplane. We see like the porthole kind of image where we can look out and see the sky. But we have a wound, a heartbreak. But this is being overcome thanks to the fact that we have a character taking this leap of faith forward. Four of Swords, something has to be healed. Seven of Wands has been a loud crescendo in somebody's head. Oh, they have to come forward and speak truth. None of this, so far, we do not have Virgo anywhere. None of this is Virgo. This is someone else doing all of this. Okay, so we don't have a single earth energy out yet. What we have is a lot of air and a lot of fire. So with that in mind, the only way to heal something, this character has come to the determination, is to do the thing, well, basically to face the blockage. And the blockage is there's a truth that was never spoken that needed to be. This is a character who's been steeped in heartbreak that maybe they thought Virgo couldn't have understood. Maybe that's a part about like a different language or something. Maybe there's a cultural difference or something where they, for a while, they thought Virgo won't understand why I've had certain struggles in my life. But now they're like, wait a minute. One of my struggles that's causing me heartbreak is the fact that I didn't either let Virgo get to know me, or I didn't speak a truth to Virgo. I didn't let them in. I blocked them. And that is that's what the problem is. You notice we have all these beautiful electric guitars, but the answer to this is play the acoustic guitar. When we listen to an acoustic piece of music, it's usually it's one performer that stripped everything down and it's just them and their guitar, right? Versus, all the other backup sounds and extra guitarists and the bass player and the drums and all of that. This character needs to strip things down and just speak a truth, a raw truth. And I think after all this noise, after all this busyness, after all this hubbub, what they've realized is, if I want to heal things with my Virgo, and Virgo is my Four of Wands person, and I have been in agony without my Virgo, and I thought I couldn't connect with Virgo, or they wouldn't understand what my life has been, why did I not give Virgo the chance to know my life, to simplify it and just let them in and just speak a truth. That's what I've needed to do, so that's what I'm finally going to do. That's what this looks like to me, is a character who's really needed to just lay it out. Um, Virgo could live in a desert area. Just a side note, I see um, possibly Native American. This could also be like, I don't know if this is necessarily Pueblo. It's a little hard for me to tell. This could also be like maybe Aztec or Mayan cultural references, but we do see a desert um, space here. So maybe, the American Southwest, or maybe into Mexico, or, but that's just a side note there. They need to speak a truth. Two of Swords. This is not going to be easy because they blocked a lot of things, and now it's going to be confusing for them to explain everything. We have this vortex, we have the pocket knife, but we have two blades on it. So again, speaking truth, there's two different um, arms of this truth. And the Two of Swords is about why they blocked something, but I feel like this person had a multitude of reasons why they kept Virgo out. This is definitely somebody who kept Virgo at arm's length. They wouldn't speak truth to Virgo, they wouldn't let Virgo in. And now for them to explain all the things that they blocked, and even to explain why they blocked it. We have a black hole over here. We have the image of a black hole here, kind of like a computerized model of it. It feels like this person was saying, I kept thinking that if I started to explain one thing, it would just be like some big wormhole would open up, some big black hole would just like suck me through it, or suck this relationship through it. It would be too much to explain. It's like they worried before that if they explained what was happening in their life, it might have opened the gateway to an ending. The thing is, if you don't speak truth, you were losing your Virgo anyway. Six of Wands upright. I think that's exactly the case. This person knows better now. Why would I keep Virgo at arm's length? Because I feared that explaining things to them would somehow have created a black hole and a drama that would have lost me Virgo, when not telling Virgo the truth, I was losing Virgo. I think that's exactly, that's their, they finally have clarity, and they have a belief that this is the right move to make. That leap of faith to finally come in and tell Virgo. Because here's the thing, if they see Virgo as like my Four of Wands, my other half, Virgo could have been a huge support system to them. Virgo has other skill sets. Virgo has, I'm sorry, I'm petting my dog if you wonder what I'm doing. Virgo has a huge support to offer this person. And if you say you want someone to be your Four of Wands, it means they got to know who you are. You got to open up. You got to let them be your other half. And that means you face things together. That means you make decisions together. I think this person kept trying to keep Virgo at arm's length, fearing that would, if they opened up this can of worms and told Virgo everything that was happening in their life, it would ruin things with them and Virgo, instead of literally trusting Virgo to get to know them and face life together. They feel so much more confident, so much better about this now. And let me just ask this: why do they feel so much better about the idea of speaking truth? Sun, it's a lot of their fear has been replaced by the clarity that, wait a minute, Virgo is my happiness. If I want to be happy with somebody, all I have to do is actually take the simplest route, which is to let them know who I really am, not hold stuff back in the shadows, bring everything into the light. I'm going to say, because this is Leo energy, this could be like in July, beginning of August, which tomorrow is the 1st of July, right? But I'm feeling like this is a really important time for this character to finally choose happiness. And they're very clear on what it would take to be happy. Simply, I said at the beginning, they're moving toward the sunflowers. Now it's actually a lot of rudbeckias or black-eyed Susan instead of sunflowers, but kind of still beautiful, sunny flowers, right? I want to know one thing though. Has this character, we see them taking the leap of faith to come forward and truly let Virgo in, truly communicate to Virgo. But are they leaving behind their previous lifestyle or whatever made life really difficult? Or are they simply no longer going to think that they have to keep it secret and they deal with it, but they can't tell Virgo? Let me just see. 2 of Pentacles sideways, 9 of Pentacles upright. Oh no, they're leaving behind some aspect of their past. Literally geographically, they could be moving. They have made a decision. I'm coming, baby. They have made a decision to move toward their happiness. And we see the morning glories here. This feels like a new day. This feels like the planets have aligned for them and they know it. This is somebody who feels better about themselves. And I think they already probably made some kind of positive move away from their previously difficult life. Whatever the heartbreak was, I can't help but say, once again, with the map and different cultures that we see represented, I feel as if there was some kind of, in this case, it was a negative influence in their life that was causing them a lot of distress. That negative influence could have come directly from their upbringing or some aspect of their community, or something that was like a cultural aspect that they maybe it was too confining, or maybe it was a belief system and it didn't really suit them, and it kept them kind of feeling stuck and kept them feeling like heavily judged or something. Sometimes it's wonderful to be from like a really beautiful community, but then you also have everything that goes along with that, and it doesn't have to be about a cultural community. I mean, I think just a family in general, there's ways that families operate, and you can end up being the black sheep of the family, the one who doesn't quite fit in, the one that gets heavily judged. And that could be an example of kind of what they were going through. This was something that was their own issue that they were dealing with. It wasn't a problem they had with Virgo, but they didn't want to tell Virgo what it was. They thought somehow, I mean, it was a very strict religious family or something like that. It could have been a number of things, but they actually had to get some distance between themselves and whatever the negative influence was, which feels like a community or a family. They needed to get some distance first, and then that empowered them to say, okay, I'm doing things my own way. Okay, now I'm ready to take a leap of faith toward Virgo. And now I can kind of tell them, listen, Virgo, before I kind of kept you arm's length because I had all this drama, I had a lot of hurt, a lot of pain that I was coping with. I didn't want to share it with you. I didn't want you drawn into my stuff, especially like with my family or whatever it was. This person had to first break away from that negative influence to feel better about themselves, so now they can actually approach Virgo. That's what we have on this one. And my baby has been here the entire time wanting pets, and I have been petting him the whole time, but now I want to turn my full attention to my boy. So do you want to come up and say hi? Oh, okay. No, he wants mommy. I'm going to leave right now. I'll be back later on this evening to do some other zodiacs. You guys, thanks so much for being here. Take care. Thanks, Virgo, for giving it a thumbs up.